Did you know the White Sox are playing in town tomorrow night? I'm not talking about the baseball team. They'll be at Safeco.
Yes, they will, actually.
I'm referring to a rock supergroup. They call themselves the White Sox.
Yes, they do.
You know, what a coincidence. This rock supergroup will be performing in a special benefit show at the Mainstage Comedy Club. This is a band our friend Alan White of Yes has put together. It consists of himself, keyboardist Spike Edney, and guitarist Jamie Moses of Queen, and bassist Bernd Bodal. Sounds like a congressman who promote anti-marijuana legislation. Congressman Bernd. Bernd is with a, by the way, let's see, let me get back here, of a Norwegian progressive rock group called Host. Hey, Eric, can you yank some Host for us? Will it be online?
Yes, I think you can find it online.
Okay.
Hostnorway.com. No, hostnorway.no or .com.
Host.norway.nor.com.
No, HOST Norway.
How about if we just steal it? That's quicker. The musicians laugh at that, but inside they're crying. Yeah. And it's nice to meet all of you. What a load of talent in this room. And I'm not even finished.
No, we got
the
more.
band will also include former Journey singer Jeff Scott Soto. Say hi, Jeff.
How you doing?
A Hendrix tribute by Randy Hansen and an Elvis tribute by Tracy Alan Moore. Now, how much would you expect to pay? This beautiful benefit is just $20 plus a service charge. It's called For Rock's Sake. Every penny benefits charity. The charities MusiCares and Music Aid Northwest.
And if you go to KZOK.com right now, you'll get tickets. But if you go later, you won't. I mean, this is in a comedy club.
It's very small.
Venue.
It's going to raise a little dough. And you're hosting?
Yes, I am.
You're going to be there, Joe?
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Will the drinking sign be on?
I don't know.
Joe, I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, Alan's pretty good at keeping me in line.
I don't know who's keeping who in line. Spike and Jamie join us this morning right off a plane from London, where they've been finishing the new Queen album, which features Paul Rodgers, who is taking the lead vocal chores. So that's going to be an amazing piece of work. And Alan and Bernd are here after much shorter commutes. Welcome to the Bob Rivers Show. Everybody say hi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is going to be kind of a rock and roll gangbang here. I'm going to try and... first, I want to start with Alan, because, Alan, you're so involved in the community. You live here, and a benefit like this, I know it's got your hand stamp all over it. Who are we helping out?
Basically, I'm part of the Norris board, too, which is the Grammy kind of Academy kind of deal in here in town. And MusiCares, one of the girls is on that board. So I really would just like to help musicians in town.
This is for local musicians.
I'm trying to concentrate it so it's local musicians who are starving and they don't have enough money to pay their rent and stuff like that. So it's a good turnaround.
Back to that LimeWire thing you were talking about earlier. I think.
Yeah. There's no way for them to make money.
Isn't that why you have a guest room and extra couch, though, is to help out starving musicians
that's
who can't
right.
pay their rent?
No, they all sleep in my house. Thanks.
All right. And if you have a vehicle that you'd like to donate to a starving musician to sleep in, that's what they do. They gather their cars up that people aren't using at night. Okay, and now let's. I don't know who to talk to first. Let's talk to Jeff Scott Soto. He is the guy. You're the guy who replaced Steve Perry, right?
No, I'm the guy that replaced the guy that replaced Steve Perry.
Okay, so those were easy shoes to fill.
Oh yeah. It was. I actually got that gig out of association, knowing Neil Sean, guitar player. We had a band together called Soul Circus, and the singer that replaced Perry, whose name was Steve Augeri, he went down right at the beginning of a massive tour, and they didn't want to cancel it. So Neil called me and said he knew I could pull off the gig, and no rehearsals. I was on stage in front of 22,000 as just a 10-minute talking rehearsal, and I was with him for about a year.
Now, don't take this the wrong way. But this guy's got a nice set of deep announcer pipes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
To play Steve Perry, I thought you had to have nut surgery and get way up there.
It is 9 o'clock in the morning. That helps a lot.
No, you've got, you know what I mean? So you must have a wide range.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-octave range, pretty much.
Damn.
I dated a hooker once with 3-octave range.
I know her.
Yeah.
Boy, you know your audience, don't you?
I do.
Please, I said don't talk about my sister
Yeah,
on
good
the air.
times. We almost got married. Come on.
Wow, we could have been brothers.
I know.
So now, did I hear that whose Journey and her now? Who's Journey got now?
They actually found some. Well, I want to say kid. He's actually my age.
Is this the one they found on YouTube?
On YouTube, yeah.
We played
Filipino
the
kid.
YouTube video.
Yeah.
Were you as good as him?
Different. I think he's more of a. He's definitely more of a natural tenor. Where I've kind of got. I can hit the tenors, but I'd rather sing more baritone.
Okay.
And yeah, he's a great singer.
I mean,
It's a good fit for him.
He's like a clone.
Yeah.
Of the original.
And that's what they wanted, which is it kind of worked out best for all of us because I didn't really want to follow somebody's footsteps and have to be a clone and be having to
it's
do
a
exactly
like
what he did.
Isn't it a little like a karaoke gig at that point?
You said it. I
Who
didn't.
cares? Okay, you don't want to be on the record as agreeing with me.
If karaoke paid that well, dude. Come on.
So can I? If we zip on to the net, can we hear something that you've done that you love that Eric can search for? What do we have?
Well, there's all kinds of YouTube stuff that I did with Journey. I mean, that people put on there. I don't know the quality's like.
I don't want to hear you doing Journey. How about you by yourself?
Also, just the same on YouTube. There's a bunch of just on Jeff Scott Soto. You'll find a bunch of stuff.
Jeff Scott Soto. See if you can
SOTO.
find something, Eric.
Hey, give me a sec.
All right. And did you find the other thing? The
Host?
the Norwegian progressive rock
Yeah,
group?
actually, I've got it right here.
Let's listen to a little Host.
Look out.
Yeah, Bernd, you know what? I can see why you and Alan would be friends because that progressive sound is similar to a lot of great Yes stuff. Norwegian group Host, okay. And now we're looking for some of Jeff Scott Soto's stuff. Did you find any, Eric?
Oh, I couldn't search while I was playing the music from the same computer there.
Look for a song called "Believe in Me." Actually, that'd be a good one. I think there's a good quality one on YouTube.
Right.
It's
I think looking
easy
for a
to
hooker
find.
with 3-octave range has crashed his server. Eric, stop looking. Please.
I think you'll be able to find plenty of Spike Edney stuff because he's recorded many songs with many different bands.
All right, now you guys, let's see. We have Spike Edney, you're a keyboardist, and Jamie Moses, guitarist. Queen does, how much keyboards in Queen stuff?
Surprisingly, quite a lot.
More than you would think. You had to get the mic right in front of you.
I mean, they started off back the first few albums. They had this big thing about no synthesizers. That was their mantra.
I remember.
And you'll find the first 4 or 5 albums, everything was done by Brian May, getting his guitar contorted through various amplifiers to make it sound
Like a
synthesizer.
synthesizer.
And so your basic Queen show in the 70s and the beginning of the 80s would have Fred doing a bit of tinkling on the piano. That's a technical term for playing the piano. And then, of course, he'd jump up and run around the stage, which would then leave it basically a 3-piece band, so bass, drums, and guitar behind a singer. As their music progressed and got more and more complicated and more colours were added, they decided they needed someone to be the 5th guy who would cover for when Fred jumps up, then the keyboards carry on.
As the fifth guy playing such an important role, you are sort of expected to be supportive too. I mean, you probably you have to be. Is it challenging to work your way into something that's already so established?
Yeah, it is, because Queen were 4 very strong characters and 3 strong characters still. So you have to sort of be careful. You can't just go barging in there and saying, this is what I think. So I spent 25 years suggesting things delicately.
Worming your way in slowly, yeah.
Right.
Worming my way out, I think.
Letting it all be Brian's idea.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes there's, hey, that's a great idea, I'm glad I thought of it, that kind of